Rates are too high, then I agree. The dollar has been falling very fast. It looks like everything is. Low rates should be here, but they're not for a long time. The yield curves had a bear steepener that made them go down. Does this change? Do we see rates going down? There's no reason for me to think we'll go into a full slump this time. There isn't much growth, and inflation will keep going down for a while because of lag effects. When do rates go down? What's making them stick so much? Like always, inflation has gone back down, even though it hasn't been very stable. Right now is a very important time in the history of money. We are in waters that have never been seen before. There are big tariffs on goods coming into the United States from other countries. At the time, inflation is going down, but the Federal Reserve in the United States of America will not lower interest rates at all, even though the dollar is falling and inflation is going down. Having said that, what does this mean for XRP and how will the price move in the future? You guys will definitely want to listen to it because it's going to have huge effects in a lot of different ways. Raoul is the only one who can break it down, so I want you all to have the chance to listen and learn this important stuff so that we can all make a lot of money. That's more for another time. Listen to what Raoul has to say. I believe it is a liquidity point though. First, traders usually make pretty good guesses about what the Federal Reserve will do at the next two meetings, like when they look at, say, brand that fat farms or so for futures. They normally set prices that are pretty fair based on speculation. If you think of 20 or 30-year bonds as an asset, a drop in price only means that there are more people sell them than buy them. That doesn't matter. I don't believe in things like Trump premium, good value for bonds. Take a look at it, 27 years in the markets. I still don't know what Trump premium means. It's something that everyone talks about. It's not clear to me what it means. This is kind of like going back to buy low, sell high. You need to remember that the market price is at the point where buyers beat sellers. That's not a real term for premium equilibrium. Yes, this is called the Trump effect. Also, yes, it's really true. Every day with Trump is different, and you never know what will happen. There is, however, one very important thing going on right now that I think a lot of you should know about. And that is the fact that markets are becoming less interested in what Trump says about taxes. People don't care as much when Trump talks about tariffs or annexing Canada or making Canada the 51st state. This is because they're starting to understand that if money supply is going up, which it is in the Eurozone, North America, Canada, Australia, and all the major economies in the world, then tariffs are important. That's pretty much all that matters. When M2 goes up, the prices of crypto goods also go up, and right now there's a very interesting link. There are now $5 trillion more dollars in circulation. Compared to other cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is behind, but its value has been going up, which you all already know. We went over 95,000 once more. We've been moving around that number for a while now. During the same time, XRP went above $2.20 per unit. Now here's the deal. It's very possible that Bitcoin will test new all-time highs in the next couple of weeks. At that time, XRP will also be testing all-time highs. So if you want $3.00 or more for XRP, now is the time to get ready. There is one more thing going on right now, though, that I think needs to be said. I'd like to play this short video by Raoul right now. We'll talk about what it means after that. There is less liquidity when there are more sellers than buyers. This means that fewer people can buy an asset and more people need to sell an asset. Vulnerable assets are sold. And one of the things I've been thinking about lately that you need to understand, and I think what's going on is trying to get ahead of the next event. The tariffs are meant to lower the current account gap in the United States, so they will work or not. But what does it mean to cut down on the current account deficit? In other words, other countries will buy less from the US and get less money. Yes, what does it mean? They will have less money to buy things in the US. Because of how accounting works, a smaller current account loss always means a smaller capital account surplus. They should be on the same level. They would be replaced by purchases made in the United States, but I don't see how, so it's not normal for me to think that this recent move was a way to get ahead of the current account equation. Yes, and we don't know if taxes will really change the current account deficit, the trade deficit, or anything else. We don't know. It's just a guess. It's harder to think that they want what they say they want because if you pack something, you get less of it, and if you support something, you get more of it. To sum up, if you tax imports, fewer of them will come in. That looks like a pretty simple question. I don't see how adding carrots could make things worse with present accounts. This is how we should say it. So in order for the bond market to clear at fair prices, they need to make the insurance, pension, and banking sectors own more bonds. Yes, yes. And steps have already been taken to make that change. What does this sound like? An exception for SLR, no matter what extra pressure ratio. There are three main ways to change the federal funds goal: easing, changing the target amount, and changing the target amount. One more way to make things easier for a titan is to change the rules about banks in general. That's a very simple way to make a titan feel better. In a strange way, the government is losing if the Fed wants this for them. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching Basel, but Basel started to be used in Europe this year. Again, this is a really important point. This is the situation that is happening right now. Of course, it makes a lot of sense. It basically means that the amount that goes down when you tax goods that come from other countries like China and Europe that are brought into the United States, also the trade you do with them will decrease. This means that people around the world will have less reason to keep the US dollar. So they won't. It's likely that they'll also sell some of their notes. We also know that a lot of US notes are held by places like China, Japan, Europe, and the US. They depend on the US buying a lot of their goods, so selling this will hurt their own businesses. They will have a decline because of this. It's possible that the US economy will also go down, which will make the dollar weaker because fewer people will be using it. Like XRP and other cryptocurrency, its value goes up when more people use it, trade it, and buy it. And paper money isn't all that different either. In fact, the biggest difference with fiat currency is that it can be made in almost any amount. Its only value comes from how much people choose to use it and buy things like bonds. Therefore, we are now in a very interesting period of history. The US dollar is losing value and the world economy is likely to be going into a deep recession. As a result, many people will be looking for alternative currency systems or just monetary systems. So, once more, I do believe that working with cryptocurrency is the best thing to do. That seems like a great way to protect yourself from the chaos in the world right now. You get to choose whether that's Bitcoin or XRP. So pick the winners. You only need to look at the cryptocurrency projects that offer the most value itself. And I think XRP is the winner. You guys who are watching this need to join Crypto Crusaders and follow our 3-step process if you want to win and be able to see all of my moves. Get your 10% deposit bonus when you sign up for BTCC right now. What they're offering is completely crazy. I'll see you in our VIP groups where you can copy my moves and make up to 400% more every single month. So much love to all of you. Thanks for seeing it. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.